Alright, Shalom. Of course, I'm going to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the gospel of this truth. I just want to do a little video. Not sure where I can entitle it yet, but as you can see on the screen here, you have the next couple of years laid out, starting from this year, 2020, 2021, 2022, and way in the back you got 2023. Okay, and I guess one could say, this could be, a little bit of a prediction for myself, Yasha, or what I personally, see, possibly, happening, during this time, if that makes sense. All right. Bear with me a second. One thing that we can start with is, the global, pandemic. Some might call it a pandemic, but, we call it a pandemic. This isn't going anywhere, man. Okay, here we are in almost November, and what is it? The shit started up in, late February, early March? Yeah, we'll just say March, to be fair. We're coming up on almost a year, man. Almost a year, just a couple more months, and then it will officially be an entire year that the world has been, on lockdown, that people have been wearing masks for. Right? And that's truly just crazy to, think about that, but it's true. All right, just a couple more months, and that's going to be, a 1 year anniversary. Well, it's not nothing to celebrate, but you know what I mean. It's 1 year that the world's been on lockdown, for lack of better words. Just as I said, going into next year, 2021, people have this, misconception that, if we get the right person, in office, so to speak, then it's going to do away with all these problems. And that clearly just isn't true, man. Okay? What you see going on is truly just out of, whoever's in the, seat of rulership. It's truly just out of their hands. Right? It doesn't really matter what they do. It cannot and it will not, affect or change anything you see in the world. Another thing to consider, man, is I was looking at an article just yesterday. The article was about that says about nearly half of all Americans will be totally out of cash by November 3rd. Okay, which today's date is I believe it's October 12th today, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not far away, man. Okay, and I can just attest to that for myself. All right, ain't nobody I know got any cash left around. Okay, you go to the store, you see it. Everybody is just filling up their car with very cheap items, very cheap food. And not only that, the carts are barely halfway. Before the whole pandemic, you might see people walking around with, carts full, all the way to the top and whatnot. But now, people who are used to doing that, now you can't do it because you just don't have the, the income, coming in to do so. So that's going to continue to get worse, man. I mean, truthfully, man, whatever way you look at it, it all comes back to the same conclusion. It all comes back to the same conclusion at the end of the day, is that the United States is clearly in the second Great Depression. Okay? It just cannot be denied. It is an absolute fact. Okay? Nothing can get better, for this country. It just can't. It's not. It is absolutely not possible to solve the problems that we have seen within the last year. Okay, 60 million people unemployed. All these people looking for this, next, the stimulus checks. But truthfully, that's not going to do anything. You know why? because those checks only go to a handful of things. Okay, only can pay for rent. For most of us, I know rent's exactly $1,200 for us. So guess what? One stimulus bill, our check, that's payment for 1 month of rent, not including the internet, the water bill, electric bill, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just the rent, and the check is completely gone. So it's utter insanity, at its finest, what you see going on right now. All right, and anybody who can't see that the United States is clearly, in the second, Great Depression, that person clearly just isn't thinking logically. It just can't be denied at this point. Okay, all the, the telltale signs, for lack of better words, are clearly here, man. Okay, things are not going to get better for the United States. It's just not a possibility. Okay, things are continuing to get worse as the days go on, man. Okay, we only got 2 months left until the next year, 2021. And then, as I said, like pretty much less than 2 months after that, it will be a full year of this global, pandemic. Which nobody saw that, man. Okay, I remember, saying that, 2020 would be a big year back in 2019, when I did, my predictions for next year. But I can tell you, man, we all knew that this year would be, big stuff happening. But guess what? Nobody, and I mean nobody, could have seen what we are seeing now, man. None of us. Not Tahar, not, Gabar, not, Gorilla Hebrew, not myself, Yasha. Nobody, man. Nobody could have saw what this year was going to bring. Okay? But lo and behold, it's clearly have shown us. Alright? And things are not going to get better, man. Alright? This is or as the scriptures will call it, this is the beginning of sorrows, as the scriptures speak about. What is that? Matthew, I believe, 24th chapter. If anybody who's not familiar with that, go read that whole chapter. Very good chapter. Revolving around the world we see today. But the point of the matter is that things are not going to get better in the years to come. Okay, now I wanted to make this video a little longer, but it's raining on me now, so I'm going to get going in just a minute here. Lord willing, I'll do a follow-up video to this sometime. But yeah, I hope it was edifying. Prepare the best of your ability while you have time. I'm gonna say shalom.